More than 10 people across 3 states, a travel vlogger, a student, a security guard, a businessman, all of them arrested in the last few days for allegedly spying for Pakistan. Can you believe it? All of them ordinary, inconspicuous, seemingly part of everyday India, accused of being assets of a hostile intelligence service who we've just almost gone to war with. Let's call this what it is and what it really is. This is a new front in Pakistan's war against India, a digital, social, psychological front. And this time the battlefield isn't a border post or a line of control unit or a military camp. It's your phone, your feed, your YouTube channel, your Instagram scroll. Consider this. One of the persons arrested is a travel vlogger. You've seen her face throughout the coverage of this story. Someone who built an entire brand around exploring India. Her name is Jyoti Malhotra, and you are not going to be forgetting that name anytime soon. She's a popular YouTuber from Hisar in Haryana. She wasn't lured with ideology or revenge. She wasn't brainwashed. She was simply lured apparently with visibility and money. And before she knew it, she had allegedly become what the Indian police call a developed asset of Pakistan's intelligence services. Can you believe it? She even visited Pakistan twice and allegedly passed on military information. It's not some rogue in the shadows anymore. It's someone whose videos you may have already watched. Someone who smiled at the camera while sending pictures of Indian military sites to a hostile foreign power. That is what she's accused of. This is the new danger, the weaponization of India's influencer class. And we should be seriously worried, because what used to be a game of cloak and dagger, of honey traps and embassies, has now entered the domain of smartphones, apps, likes, shares, and individual desperation. Desperation for traction, desperation for views, desperation to stay relevant in an overcrowded attention economy. That's what enemy agencies are targeting now here in India. They know young content creators, many of them from smaller towns, are hungry for growth, for virality, and don't always understand the implications of what they're being asked to do. So they're baited, groomed, paid, and before long, they've crossed the line into espionage and spying. For a few thousand rupees, for a foreign trip, for a sense of importance, for attendance at a cocktail party in an embassy, India needs to wake up to this if it hasn't already, because here's the hard truth. We have a massive, borderless digital population and zero air gapping from hostile actors. What I mean by that is anyone in India can be contacted by Pakistan, China, or anyone else with a Telegram ID, WhatsApp number, or Instagram handle. No fences, no LOC, no checkpoints, just DMs. And the enemy knows this. How do you think they got in touch with Jyoti and the others? So what does India do? Well, this can't be solved by border security or conventional counter-espionage alone. The government needs an entirely new doctrine, a doctrine of digital vigilance that includes monitoring suspicious influencer activity exponentially more, digital financial flows, unexplained travel, and most of all, massive awareness among India's content creators. They need to know that they are being watched, not just by fans, but by the enemy. Because if our influencers become unwitting or willing spies, then the war isn't at our games, viewer. It's already inside our homes. And to break this down for us, a reporter who's been at the front line of this entire story is Gurpreet Chhina. He's been looking at this. Gurpreet, a number of people from Haryana, some from UP. At last count, a dozen people had been arrested. You know, Jyoti Malhotra has become the face of this story because she was a very popular, Instagram influencer as well, Gurpreet. I have very briefly explained what the modus operandi was. Can you break it down and give us more details? How were these people hired by Pakistan?
Well, we have seen in both the states, whether it's Punjab or Haryana, multiple people have been arrested by the police. If we can specifically talk about Jyoti Malhotra, we have seen she has visited multiple times to Pakistan, and in Pakistan she was being introduced by some of the intelligence operatives, and she used to give a huge information what we have learned, the police had already seized all the electronic devices which she was having at that time, and what they have learned from the mobile phone, from the laptop, they have got a huge information which has been leaked. And this time this was not a honey trap, this time this was money trap. What we have learned, she was getting a lot of money from cross the border from Pakistan side, and specifically these intelligence operatives, they have been sending huge money. She is not only traveled to Pakistan, what we have learned, she has also traveled to China also. And a few days back, before this Pahalgam attack which has been taken place in India, we have seen immediately she has also visited Jammu and Kashmir. So multiple level investigation have already been initiated by multiple agencies, and in Punjab also we have seen 2 youngsters have been nabbed by Punjab police who were telling that moment of our defense forces when this Operation Sindoor was underway. So now the police was trying to probe all these angles to find out whether there is any spy network which is being run, and how they are running these nexus, and how they are transforming all the information to Pakistan agencies.
And this is a nightmare scenario. Gurpreet, keep tracking that. Thanks for joining us with those details, because I've just returned after 3 weeks in Jammu and Kashmir. Military movements everywhere. There were influencers among the tourists as well. I cannot imagine what a hard job it's going to be to try and stop this weaponization of the digital economy.